Taco Talk. This is number 6. It is the Sunday edition at 7 p.m., May the 18th, 2025. Good evening, Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you stopping in. And Uncle Al, Day Bullfrog 79. How are you doing, Mr. Sato? Thank you for coming. Trying to get my phone to pick up the live stream, Uncle Al. Everything's going slow. Let's see. Making lemon pepper chicken and cornbread stuffing. Sounds good, Uncle Al. Sounds real good. Idaho Garden Girl, hello. How are you doing, Stephanie? Three in the house and 3 likes. Appreciate y'all coming in. Well, I've got one more full week at school, and then the following week will be a partial week, and then I've got 2+ months of summer vacation. Got to figure out what I'm going to do, and looking forward to it. I ate a salad for a late lunch, had a bottle of cranberry flavored water, low calorie. Made some breakfast tacos for in the morning. Just standard stuff, getting ready for another week at work. I'm glad you'll be able to upload videos. I know it's painful for you not being able to. I do well to upload a couple of shorts every day. And my shorts have been getting lots of views. I mean, I've had several 1.5, 1.6, 1.7K views recently, last few days. So I'm getting lots of views right now. Three in the house and 3 likes. 1 week. Yeah. 1 week. I'm at 72 subscribers right now. I'm averaging about 1 new subscriber a day on my backup channel. I don't think I'll be getting to 100 by the end of the month. Probably be in the low 80s, maybe. And been letting my main channel, which is sitting at 1903 subscribers, to basically rest for the month of May. I'll go back to it in June and start hitting it hard, I guess. Devil Dog Prepper. Good evening, Devil Dog Prepper. Thank you for coming. Let me see. If I can get over in such a way to give you standard moderator. All right, Devil Dog, you are now a standard moderator on my backup channel. 4 in the house and 4 likes. On probation until August the 10th. On probation. Well, thank you for your service to our country. Devil Dog is a Marine. They say once a Marine, always a Marine. I don't think he's any longer active, but thank you for your service. And Uncle Al, thank you for your service, because back in the day, Uncle Al was served. Well, that's great. Got to see Barbara and Holly. That's great. I haven't been going to any sort of shows or any sort of events or anything. I haven't. I bought a camper trailer about a month ago. Wife's been on my butt to buy a new camper trailer, and I bought it. And been buying stuff to outfit it. She wants to put lots of crap in it that we don't need to put in it, but you know, women, it is what it is. Nice bug out weekend. That's great. Smoked pork with baked beans and coleslaw for 80 people. Sounds good. I had my wife had a pork loin that she cooked, and had a couple slices from it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Had a pot of rice that I'd made, mixed vegetable along with it. Yep, sounds very yummy. Does. 5 in the house, 5 likes. 10 minutes in. So getting down to the topic, food rations and storage. This is provided by my friend Alan Sato, and I have lots of notes that I'm going to go over. Store-bought perishable food, refrigerated food, garden, forage items are considered a type A. Canned goods, dried foods, prepackaged foods, and basic food items that need a kitchen to prepare and easy to transport without use of refrigeration or freezer. This is type B. The type C are individual or small group rations. During World War II, they were designed and developed for armed forces. Was in use until 1977. Then MREs appeared in the 80s. They have a shorter shelf span than the older canned rations. A bit fragile, but offers lightweight and different meals. Well, talking about the sea rats that they had, sea rations from World War II, they basically fought the Korean War with rations made during World War II. I mean, they were using 10, 12-year-old ration packs. And that's how they fought the Korean War. Yep. C-type food rations were made for limited use, 3 to 5 days of use. Military has a bad reputation for overusing for longer use. Instead of proper meals, this started in Vietnam with the MCI meal, Meal Combat Individual, an improvement of the old C ration of World War II and Korean War. Illnesses from constant consumption of MREs, well, food fatigue. Weight gain. Stomach disturbances. Vomiting and allergic reactions. Diarrhea and constipation. Eating the same MREs over and over. Note, people got shot for A-type MREs. The vomit. They called it the vomit. D types of rations were a weird mix of bars, soups, drinks, shakes, hard candy, candy bars, crackers, and spreads. Worse in World War II than in the 50s and 60s with gels. Paste, cubes, tablets, shakes. See example of the space sticks. Most were high carb and high sugar, limited amounts of real food. See Merrill's Marauders on Mercury Gemini astronauts. Freeze-dried was developed for the space program and military forces. Biggest drawback of freeze-dried is fat. Contains certain foods can't be freeze-dried. Fats, oils, eggs, butter, seafood, because fats and oils go rancid during the freeze-dried process. Mom of 4 boys. Hello, Rachel. Hope all is well in your home. Hope the kids are doing well. Hope your eldest is recovering. And I hope everything goes better. Yes. God bless Tommy. The Lord bless and keep you and your family, your children. So we are 17 minutes into this live stream. We've got 6 in the house with 6 likes. The week coming up. Things are not well at school right now. Behavior is horrible with the students. Everybody's just trying to get through the last 8 days of school with students. I will have Memorial Day off, which is the following Monday. So this week, 5 days, and then I'll have a 3-day weekend. Then I'll have 2 full days, and then a half day with kids. And then the following day will be a work day where I get all done and checked out. And everything's turned in and grades in and everything's done. And I can enjoy 2.5 months of summer, hopefully. Well, again, I have this coming week, which is a full week, 5 days. Then the following Monday is Memorial Day, and I'll be off on Memorial Day. Then I'll have 2 full days with kids, with Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday will be a half day with students. They come in the morning, they'll get off at lunch. And then basically I have the rest of that afternoon and the following day to basically complete the school year. Turn in grades, get IEP progress reports done, all the various stuff that I have to do. Well, that's wonderful, Rachel. Wonderful. You know, when it comes to preparedness, and it comes to the idea of MREs and various things, you can mix and match. You don't have to eat everything that's in an MRE, and you don't have to, you can mix and match stuff. If you don't like it, trade it. Or just certain things from it. I mean, I enjoy crackers with peanut butter and jelly. It's a good snack. Drink it with coffee. Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. Again. And Rachel. So Canned foods. I will buy cases of stuff that I will eat. I like pied meat. I like Vienna sausages. My father, I have fond memories. Back in the days, we're talking 50 plus years ago, my dad with Vienna sausages and crackers. You know, I have people that I stay in contact with, friends, retired educators, um, people that I know from YouTube, that I've known for years from YouTube. They're all over the place. And it would be nice if I could get together with some of them, but none of them live near me. You know, I'm not in a position to travel. I mean, I could this summer, but I mean, I'm going to be working on the house, working, trying to get things done, paying off, paying bills, figuring out. I have to work 6 more quarters in order to qualify for Social Security. 6 more quarters means this coming school year and half of the next one. You know, I'm not going to do half of a year. I'm going to do at least 2 more years. I've thought about applying. They've got openings for assistant principals. I was a very good assistant principal. I don't think, unless I'm willing to move and go off someplace to a small school, someplace rurally, that I would get hired as a principal, having been out of education and then coming back for 2 years as a teacher. I don't know that I would, but I could possibly. I'm going to be looking into possible positions for AP positions, and I may do that for a couple of years. Sardines and crackers, that's good stuff. We used to eat Vienna sausages and crackers when camping. I loved it, always wondered why we didn't just eat them at home for a regular meal. LOL, my mom always cooked meals. Speaking of TikTok, yes, Uncle Al, canned foods are available at local grocery and supermarkets. Yep, sardines. And my father would use hot sauce. He loved hot sauce with his sardines. Sardines and crackers. Oysters and crackers. Yep, brings back memories. Uncle Al said, "Don't reminisce. No, don't reminisce." Sorry, it's in my nature. It's a sign of dementia. Please. Uh, it's true. My mind isn't what it used to be. My short-term memory is not as good as it used to be. I take medication on a daily basis for blood pressure and cholesterol and various things, arthritis. You know, I mean, I'm sure they keep me alive. My father's father died at the age of 49 from Bright's disease, which is what they used to call high blood pressure. He had a heart attack, and he died 49 years old. Very well-to-do man. Died in 1932. Farmer, rancher, southern Georgia. But he was a tobacco user. Ate lots of rich foods. Probably ate steak twice a day. You know, too much red meat, too much whatever. 49 years old. My father at the time was 19. He had been married about 20 years. The youngest, my Uncle Howard, was 17 years younger than my father. About 2 years old. Has no memory of his dad, other than pictures. You know, back then they didn't have high blood pressure medication. They didn't have a lot of the stuff that they have today. Certain things keep for a long time. You can Google foods that last a long time. The idea of freeze-dried foods is that they usually have about a 30-year shelf life, or longer. They rate them to 30 years, but some, you know, most of us won't be around 30 years from now, or maybe I'll be there in my last throes of whatever. I'm 63. My father's younger brothers, one was 94 and the other one was 93 when they passed. So, if I got that longevity, and I can keep the blood pressure medication going, perhaps I'll make 90. Nope. You know, I really, if you want to talk about politics, text me. Most of you have my number. Text me. You want to talk. You want my opinion of things political. Text me, and I will share my thoughts with you. it's hard to be positive about a lot of stuff. You know, it really is. They found carbohydrates. Yep. Yeah, I've heard they want to 86 the president on a tuna diet. They had a can of tuna every day. Then one day, about 6 months later, I woke up and couldn't stand the thought of eating tuna. Yep, Stephanie. I eat a little bit of tuna. My mother used to take a can of tuna and she'd put a couple of eggs in it and she'd cook it and she'd make tuna fish sandwiches, put some mayonnaise on the bread, toast the bread, put mayonnaise on it, eat it with maybe some chips. Yep, it's a good meal. I miss my mother so much. She was an excellent cook. She was brought up by German women. Her mother, her grandmother, German. Pure blood Germans. German Americans, I guess you'd say. My grandmother was an only child. Her parents were well-to-do. After my I guess he would have been my great-grandfather. Charles Rieger passed away. Her mother moved in with them, with her daughter. And they had the biggest house in Sinton, Texas at the time. Still standing, right across from Odom Elementary School. Yeah. Yoda, my friend Dave, how you doing? Thank you for coming. Seven in the house, 6 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So let me go back through this one more time. Buying space. Hello, Myra. Thank you for coming. I'm not always checking the comments. Everybody, as you come in, please leave a like to support the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Could tuna be a substitute for sardines? Sure. I think. So, going through the topic again. This was provided by Uncle Al. My Sunday notes. The topic would be food rations and storage. Store-bought, perishable food, refrigerated food, garden, and forage items. Yep, salmon patties are good. Haven't had any rain recently. Not predicted to have any rain here. Gets up to about 90 during the day. Gets down to the 50s, mid-50s at night. So, those items, store-bought perishable food, refrigerated food, garden, and forage items are considered type A. Canned goods, fried or dried foods, prepackaged foods, and basic food items that need a kitchen to prepare and easily transport without use of refrigeration or freezers. This is considered a type B. Wet and soggy where you're at, I understand. The type C are individual or small group rations during World War II. They were designed and developed for armed forces, was in use until 1977. Then MREs appeared in the 80s. They have a shorter shelf life than the older canned rations. A bit fragile, but offers lightweight and different meals. The old canned rations, the C rations, and the various components that they had, they started putting those out in World War II. When the war ended in 45, they had tons of them. And most of the rations that they gave the soldiers during the Korean War, the early 50s, left over from World War II. Ammunition left over from World War II. A lot of stuff was left over from World War II. Well, if you are a good Christian, and I try, but it's hard, Brother, it's hard, Dave. Uh, you know, um, I mean, you look at, and here I'm making a political comment, which I said I wasn't going to do. Jimmy Carter was a great ex-president. I mean, he lived to be 100 years old. He was a great ex-president. He did all of his Habitat for Humanity. He did a lot of projects, a lot of positive stuff. He and his wife, he was faithful to his wife, Rosalind. He outlived her a little while. And but as a president, he was a horrible president. You know. Then then you start thinking about Obama. You start thinking about Biden. You know. Don't get me started. Send me a text message if you want to talk politics. So, continuing, Type C food rations were made for limited use time, 3 to 5 days of use. Military has a bad reputation of overusing for longer use instead of proper meals. This started in the Vietnam with the MCI, Meal Combat Individual, an improvement of the old C rations of World War II and Korean War. The thing is that they're supposed to get a field kitchen set up, and they're supposed to be able to prepare food in a field kitchen. The idea of the MREs are for you're new in the area, trying to get set up. They're going out on patrol, where they're going to be out on a LRP, a long-range patrol, for a period of time. A couple of days, whatever. And that's where the rations come in. And they're usually cold rations, eat them cold. Illnesses from constant consumption of MREs. Well, food fatigue. You get tired of it. You get tired of eating the same stuff. Weight gain. Stomach disturbances. Vomiting and allergic reactions. They used to have what they called the vomlet. An egg dish. Or an egg main. They called it the vomilet. Doesn't sound too tasty. Eating the same MREs over and over. Note, people got shot for egg-type MREs. And I think they discontinued the vomilet. D types of rations were a weird mix of bars, soups, drinks, shakes, hard candy, candy bars, crackers, spreads. 7 watching, 8 likes. Dave, you're eating ice cream. Good for you. Worse in World War II than in the 50s and 60s with jails. Paste, cubes, tablets, shakes. See example of the space sticks. Most were high carb and high sugar. Limited amounts of real food. See Merrill's Marauders on Mercury Gemini astronauts. Then freeze dry was developed. The good stuff. For the space program and military forces. Biggest drawback of freeze dried is fat. Certain foods can't be freeze dried. Fats, oils, eggs, butter, seafood, because fats and oils go rancid during the freeze-dried process. Well, you can have freeze-dried eggs. I've got freeze-dried eggs. And you can have freeze-dried butter. I've got butter powder that's been freeze-dried. Yeah. Cheeses. Got freeze-dried cheese. Powder. You got to reconstitute the stuff. Tuna diet. Well, have at it. Have at it. So we're a little over 40 minutes into the live stream. 6 in the house and 7 likes. And I have been through the script twice. These are notes that Uncle Al provided for me. I drink a lot of freeze-dried coffee. Those little packets, sachets. Freeze-dried tea, lemonade. I oftentimes, not recently, but I used to be real big in hot tea. Earl Grey, chamomile, hot tea. Put honey in it. Good stuff. Enjoyed it. I buy a lot of Mountain House. At this point, my food storage, my long-term food storage, I mean, I have stuff that I rotate. But my idea of my long-term food storage that I just leave it be, it's all at freeze-dried. I buy freeze-dried. I buy number 10 cans. I buy boxes of stuff. I buy pails, like rolled oats, rice, white rice, stuff that will last you just about indefinitely. I buy lots of beverages, the freeze-dried beverage type stuff that you mix up or reconstitute with water. Support stuff. And I'm basically extending it out. How long will it last? How much do I have? I'm now anticipating being prepared for 4 people. I'm including my daughter and her husband, the one that I raised. The other one's way down south from me, and I think she's pretty much going to be on her own in an emergency situation. It is what it is, Enrique Trevino, how are you doing? So, how long can I survive? Oh, God almighty. Well, what's your scenario? What's your scenario? Are we talking about the end of the world as we know it, Teowaki? I think if we get to that point, I think the Lord will be returning. But if we're talking about power outages because of a storm or whatnot, I would be quite comfortable for a week or two. And I really don't think things will be that bad if you get in that kind of situation. From the standpoint you live through it, and your house is pretty much intact. I don't think I'd be in that bad of a shape if I didn't have power, didn't have running water for a period of a week or two. When we had Hurricane Allen, we were without power for about a week, and we did not have running water for like 4 days. You know, so. But as far as like if you're talking about a Teowaki situation, I think my issue or problem will be a roving bands. That would be my problem. Nope. 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 Very limited contact. Um, I see my son-in-law occasionally. It's sir, the sir, and he watches his P's and Q's around me. I don't. My wife is the one that spends the majority of the time with them. Did they know how to start a fire? God Almighty, I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, like, I'm preparing a bag for the son-in-law. You know, with items. My daughter has a bag. Um, I encourage her to go to the firing range periodically with her Glock, with her shotgun. She got a 20 gauge pump that I gave her, Remington pump shotgun. Go shoot a little bit with it. Practice with it. She's got a concealed carry permit. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I try. Forage for food. Yeah, they can forage through the pantry. Well, I got a couple of Smith and Wessons. I've got a 357 and I got a 9 millimeter. Both of them are Smith, stainless. You know. So I got the 9 millimeter. I've got the 357. I like plus P, which is a sweet spot in between the 38 special and the 357. I like plus P hollow points. Got a couple speed loaders loaded for my Lady Smith. It was my mother's, you know, fond of it. You know, I don't anticipate getting into a massive firefight. If I have to pull out a weapon, you know, it'd be one or two people, and I think that pulling it out, they'll probably poop themselves, and if I have to, I'll pop them. You know, but I don't expect any long dog fight, you know, type situation. That's true. I don't see I don't see them foraging. Um, we go camping. We used to go camping. I mean, back in the day when I was into martial arts, I was younger and better shape and didn't have the belly. My daughter would go through, you know, she'd go along and participate, but she didn't care anything about it. She basically did it for us because that was our thing. Good evening, Mike. Mike Crusher Reviews. I've been watching some of your stuff through my second channel, which is we're on my second channel right now, Mike. I like that one with your little girls, um, with the sodas and the cookies. I enjoyed that one. Watched that yesterday. Yeah, Starbucks and Chick-fil-A. That's more my daughter's speed. Yeah, food ration storage. That's what we've been talking about. I've run through the script twice. If you just in and if you missed it, you might want to replay part of the live stream, and it will cover a couple of pages worth of stuff that Uncle Al provided in the topic. Went through the various types of foods, storage on them. Um, you know, back during World War II, they developed the C rations. They had quite a long storage life. The Korean War was basically fought with leftovers from World War II. In the 1970s, like in 77, I think they did away with those canned rations. And then in the 80s, the MREs came out, the bags, easier to carry, lighter weight, had some improvements over what they had in the other rations. And most recently, we have the freeze dried. Like if you get a meal cold weather, like a U.S. and then the white bags, the U.S. military rations, what they call the cold weather, the main will be a Mountain House freeze dried component, something that would last forever. 30-year shelf life. And I enjoy the freeze dried foods, good camping foods, or good emergency foods. I got tons of the stuff. That's mainly what I buy now. So I store tuna, sardines, Vienna sausages, Spam, canned roast beef, canned ham, canned chicken. I've got all that stuff. Stephanie. Hello, Melinda Elliott. Yep, I've got the same stuff that you have. Yep, freeze dried. Yep, good stuff. Always good to have freeze dried. Eight in the house and 10 likes. So I've been covering based on notes that Uncle Al sent me. He takes time sending me stuff, and I religiously use it. Good stuff. It's important to be prepared for emergencies. Storms, if you're on the coast, storms, hurricanes, certain parts of the country, tornadoes, freezes, stays frozen for weeks. Gotta be prepared. You get cut off. A power outage. Do you have a means to heat? Reconstitute. You have water. You have access to water, clean water. You got to anticipate what do you need, medical supplies. You have first aid kits in your vehicles, your kitchen, your office. Do you have the stuff that you need in it? That'll be something I'll go over again. What do you need for first aid kits? or an extended first aid kit, enhancements. All those are things you got to take into consider of. Yeah, hunting and fishing. Yep, hamburger crumbles. Good stuff. Number 10 cans. Good stuff. Good stuff. I got all the gear for all that hunting and fishing. Used to be pretty good at both. So, Walmart says prices are going to be going up. Do you have what you need? After something happens, it's not the time to go shopping. Time to go shopping is before something happens. Have what you need. I will be at school all week. I don't anticipate doing another live stream until Friday. I will try to post daily something on my, I'll try to post. I will try to drop a couple of shorts every day. And I may drop a couple of videos. I got some stuff stored up that I could let loose, you know. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment to support the channel. You want to be in on my 2,000 subscriber giveaway on my main channel, or do you want to be in on my 100 subscriber giveaway on my backup channel? Please leave a like and supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I will have released to have your name in the hat. When I get up in the morning, I thank God for the day. Every day I get up, I thank God for the day. When you don't get up, you won't know it. I take my medication, I drink my coffee, say the Lord's Prayer, I try to get right for the day, go about my business as positive as I can be. I appreciate everybody who appreciates me, and I pray for those who need my prayer. I pray for myself, my family. I have faith. Am I worthy? No, I'm not worthy. 40 pounds of chicken wings for the freezer, $52 at the Amish store. Wow. Sounds like you're going to have some wings. We don't have an Amish store around here. If you read your scriptures, Enrique, and I don't want to, everybody has their own beliefs, but scriptures basically say it's the dead sleep. There will be a judgment, and there will be the call, and there will be the rise. The dead in Christ will rise first. I believe in that. But Jesus said the dead sleep. It's like a dreamless sleep. Next thing you know, you're before God on Judgment Day. That's what the scriptures say, if you read the scriptures. Uncle Al, you have a blessed day. Hey, everybody believe what you want to believe. I try to believe what I was basically brought up to believe, and what I was taught, and what I've read in the scriptures. And I may be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the time. Everybody, please have a blessed day. Yep, the Amish are good people. I hear they voted in the last election in mass. Helped our president. And hopefully, greenhouse is great. Hopefully, everybody's going to do well and have a good week. This is my last full week of school, then I have one more partial week. I'll have 3 days off. I have Memorial Day. I'll come back for 2 full days with kids, half a day with kids, and then that last half a day and the following day is to basically finish up for the year. Then I'll be off for two months and some odd time. Everybody, please remember the Scout motto is to be prepared. And everybody have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you again. And I appreciate everybody who supports me, and God bless everybody, and I do pray for you. And if you want to talk to me, text me or email me, and we'll talk. Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.